What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the best Ghost of Madden cards that you can add to your MUT 23 squad. Now, if you guys enjoy this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure you go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here, you are searching around YouTube for MUT 23 content, whether it's how to make coins, how to get free players, how to build your ultimate team, you found the right channel for everything. Stay a while, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get right on into it. So this was an extremely common question that I got yesterday, whether it was on my Twitch channel or on Twitter. What are the best ghost cards to pick up? Is this card good? Is that card good? So in this video, we're going to answer all of the above. We're going to focus on all of the 92, 94, and 95 ghost cards that I think are worth adding to your team. We will leave out the LTDs. They're obviously not as easy to obtain and cost a lot more when it comes to coins, so we'll leave those out. We're only going to focus on the cards that you can obtain via sets, and of course you can also get these cards from the auction house, and if you want to open up packs for them, you can also. So with the 92s, if you complete a set here, which requires 2 90 overall, 0 chill cards, and 4 85 overalls, you get to pick a 92 overall. For all of these sets, this is very, very important. You do not get anything back in return. They are all fantasy packs, and the fantasy packs allow you to pick the either 92, 94, or 95 player that you want, but whatever you put into the set is gone. So like other champion sets, you would get certain items back as B&D. In this case, with the Ghost, you do not. All you have to do is read the description. So with the 94 overalls, it's going to require 2 92 overall stocking stuffers and 1 92 overall Ghost card to get yourself a 94. And again, it's going to be a fantasy pack where you get to pick the card or the player that you want. And then finally, with the 95 overalls, which there's a lot of good ones in here, we're going to break it down, but you're going to need 2 92 overall stocking stuffers and 1 94 overall Ghost card, and you get a 95 of your choice. Stress it one more time here. You don't get anything back as B&D in return, just the fantasy pack that lets you pick the card that you want. Now, when it comes to the 92 overalls, there's a lot of really good ones, and you can actually obtain one of these for free via solo challenges. You go into your Ghost of Madden solo sequence, you have to earn 100 stars. It's going to give you a fantasy pack in which you're allowed to pick one of these 92 overall cards for free. We've narrowed it down to only 2 in this video, but we did put out a video breaking down the best cards out of that pack. So if you guys want to watch that and you earn the pack and you're unsure on who to pick, make sure you check that one out. We'll link it down below in the comment section as a pinned comment. But I think above and beyond, the best 2 cards here are going to be number 1, TRAVON Walker. I think this is my favorite 92 out of all the ghost cards. Look what he gives you here. 92 speed at outside linebacker. He's one of the fastest at his position. He also gives you the big 3 with block shed, power move, and finesse move, all at 90 plus. 87 tackle, 85 play rec, a little bit low, but when you're rushing the passer and trying to stop the run, I wouldn't worry about the play rec that much. 91 strength and 90 acceleration, and his abilities are extremely good. So he's going to get speedster for 0 AP. Not the most effective ability, but it is free, so you might as well equip it. I've used it on Javon Curse for a while, and then also he gets edge threat for 1 AP, which is a really, really good discount for that ability. Now, it can be neutralized with people rocking edge protectors on their left and right tackles, but for 1 AP, I still think it's worth a go if you're trying to get some pass rush. And on the offensive side for the 92s, we're going to go with George Pickens. And a lot of people are rocking with this card because he gets honorary lineman for 0 AP, which is definitely good. Even if you stash him as like a 5th wide receiver on your depth chart, equip that ability because it's free, and you might just sub him in on running plays only. He's going to help you out in that situation, but I think he brings a lot more than just that to the table. He's 6'3", 92 speed is pretty solid. We're seeing 94 and 95 speed wide receivers, of course, but 92 isn't terrible. The route running, short, mid, and deep is all 90 plus. Catch in traffic, spec catch, all 90 plus, so he gives you height, solid speed, good route running, but he also gives you slot apprentice for 1 AP, which I think is a really good ability. If you put him in the slot, he's going to help with the running game there, but also if you're a heavy runner or you're running the ball a lot in that particular game, you throw a play action or come out in a very, run heavy formation and pass the ball, he's going to give you a post route, a corner route with that slot apprentice, which is going to open up things, and if your opponent's in man coverage, he can really, really get some separation. With the 92 overalls. They roughly go for about 125, 130,000 coins on the auction house if you need to go out and buy one versus completing the set. On to the 94s. We got a handful of good ones here, and it's mainly because of the abilities. Like, the attributes are good as well, but the name of the game this year is abilities, and this TRAVON Diggs card is very, very good at the cornerback position, especially if you like to play a lot of man coverage. 6'1", 94 speed. I think only Charles Woodson and Antonio Cromartie are 95 speed at the cornerback there, so he gives you good speed, good height. 94 press, 94 zone, 95 man. Extremely balanced. 89 play rec, again, a little bit low there, but I wouldn't be concerned about it too much. He pretty much gives you everything you're going to need from a cornerback, and if you like to run man coverage, he gets 1 AP, or he gets mid-route KO, which is going to be a good man coverage ability for 1 AP, and also he gets 0 AP pick artist. And if you guys have followed my videos at this point, you know how I feel about pick artists. It's almost a must-have on your defensive backs, and there's a lot of cards out there now that can get it for 0 AP. DeAndre Hopkins, they finally showed this guy some respect when it comes to MUT. His items always very underwhelming. This one is not. I think this is like a little bit better version of a Randy Moss. Now, he is shorter, and by the way, Harvest Randy Moss 93 overall card is like 200K right now. If you need a good wide receiver on a budget, that's a must pick up right now, and he'll probably be even cheaper on Christmas Day. But back to this DeAndre Hopkins, 6'1", 94 speed. Like I said, they always disrespect D-Hop when it comes to his speed, but this time around, they gave him something good with that. Route running, 91, 93, 94 for short, mid, deep. Catch at 93, catching traffic at 94. Spec catch at 94. And not only does he have good attributes, the abilities are really good. Deep out elite for 0 AP is a must-have. Put that on this card. That's for any player that plays outside the hashes. That one's going to light up, whether it's a corner route, a streak route, one of the better abilities in the game, and he gets it for free. He also gets 1 AP wide receiver apprentice, which gives him 4 additional hot routes anywhere on the field. So for 1 AP to get one of the best abilities and a wide receiver apprentice in total, that's really, really good. So check this card out. By the way, these 94s go for about 350 to 400K on average. Justin Simmons, he always plays fairly well for me in MUT, and I think this free safety item is pretty good. 6'2" with 92 speed, 94 zone, 93 hit power, 88 man coverage. Tackle is very low, so don't expect him to be, you know, a beast in the run game. He's more of a user and a coverage guy there, and with the 88 man coverage, if you can get that to 90 somehow with strategy items, that's going to make him that much better. But just really good zone, tall, 93 speed, we like that there. And he's going to get pick artist for 1 AP, which is, again, is one of my favorite abilities in the game on defense. Tua is a card that I think is very good because of the attributes and the abilities, and I got so many questions about this card on Twitch last night. His throwing motion for me is just not it, and that's why I personally would stay away from this card. That and the fact that he's left-handed. I know a lot of people don't like left-handed QBs, but don't get me wrong, attributes good. 92 speed, he's really fast. 94 throw power, he can get the ball down the field. Short throw 93, mid 90, and deep 94 with throw under pressure 93, very good. And with the abilities, I mean, he gets 2 AP Hot Route Master, Gunslinger for 1 AP, but I want to make sure you guys are aware, Gunslinger only speeds up the release this year. It does not add velocity on the ball. That's what you need either pass lead, elite, or set feet lead for. So Gunslinger is just not as good as it's been in years past. He also gets Fearless for 2 AP. So those are basically the best abilities in the game for a quarterback. He can get set feet lead. It's not at a discount, but he does get it for 2 AP. So like attributes are good, abilities are good. It's just for me personally, and if you don't mind these things, it's the left-handed QB, which isn't a big deal for me, but for a lot of you it might be, and mainly for me it's the throwing motion. The release is just too slow, and I know Aaron Rodgers is obviously a lot slower than Tua, but with that Slinger 1 release and being much cheaper than this Tua card, I would still go Aaron Rodgers over Tua if you're looking for a new quarterback. Ryan Ramczyk is going to be the last 94 on our list, mainly because, guys, he's a right tackle that can get edge protector for 1 AP. Tristan Wirfs is pretty much the only other option out there that was decent to use. This card is basically a better version of him, and he gets that same ability for 1 AP, edge protector for 1 AP, 93 strength, 89 awareness, 95 pass block, and 96 run block. Very well balanced there. Now on to the 95 overalls. Now, I narrowed it down to basically 6 cards. I don't think there's a bad 95 overall at all. Now, you got to have a lot of coins to get all of them, so we tried to narrow it down to the best. But if I leave any of them off of this list, it's not because I think they're bad. I just don't think they're in the top 6. and these are in no particular order. Herman Moore is basically an upgraded version of Randy Moss's Harvest card. So he's got +2 speed on him with the 95. They're both 6'4", so same height. Deep route running 94, mid 96, short 91, catching traffic 95, spec catch 96, catch 92. I got this card and it was very good for me last night in maybe like a 4-game span. I didn't even plan on getting this one, but after kind of researching it and looking at it a little more, I did replace Randy Moss for him. With Herman Moore, I would recommend he's going to get 1 AP short in elite and then 1 AP deep out elite. It is a total of 2 AP, and we mentioned with Moss getting deep out elite for free, but if you're going to spend AP on your wide receiver, I think short in and deep out are really good on this Herman Moore card. I included Charles Woodson in this list, but I will say the jury is still out on this card. I had him last night as well, about a 4 or 5 game span, and he didn't do much. But sometimes when your cornerback isn't doing much, it's because they're playing good coverage. And when I say he didn't do much, I just mean he didn't get interceptions. They just weren't really throwing at him, so I don't know how good he is, and maybe that's just because he was never letting anybody get open. So 95 speed, 6'1". Again, we mentioned him and Cromartie are the only 95 speed cornerbacks in the game without any type of like team chemistry boost, of course. 94 press, 96 zone, 94 man coverage, extremely balanced, whether you like to play zone or man coverage. Good agility, good jumping, good height with the 6'1", and he's going to get 0 AP pick artists, of course, which we love. He also gets deep out zone KO for 1 AP, so if you run a heavy zone scheme, I would recommend equipping that ability. It's going to help you with those deeper passes down the field and defending them and, you know, knocking the football loose instead of giving up a catch. MARSHAWN Lynch, his teammate when it comes to card art here, super disrespectful to put MARSHAWN Lynch in a Raiders card art. I mean, it should have been either the Bills or the Seahawks here, but I think this could very well be the best running back in the game, not named Kenneth Walker. Of course, Kenneth Walker's LTD has 95 speed, but MARSHAWN Lynch is giving you 94 speed, 97 trucking, 94 break tackle, 92 change of direction. His juke move is like 93 or 94. Spin move is 86 or somewhere around there, so you can't really get away with spins, but truck, break tackle, juke, and then that speed with that power, 72 catching. You know, he's going to drop a couple here and there, but I still think you can pass him the football. Definitely recommend Bruiser on this card for 0 AP. That's going to help with trucking. You're going to get some more separation there. This card's really good. I didn't pick it up personally, but if you need a running back, this is one to look at. Another card that I'm going to say the jury is still out on, but I had to keep him on the list, is Julius Peppers, 6'7" free safety. I mean, he gives you 94 speed, super crazy height, 96 zone coverage, 94 hit power, 91 man. The two things you kind of have to worry about are going to be play rec at 87, agility only 87, and I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but his change of direction is in like the mid to high 80s as well. So he's not going to be as swift on the field. Yes, you can have him as a user at 6'7". He was a little bit absent last night for me. I had, you know, big plans for him, thinking he was going to be a huge playmaker. He did get 1 interception in that 4 or 5 game span for me, and it was a pretty nice one. Like, you could just see him kind of jump into the air and just dominate, like he was just the tallest player on the field, and when he jumped, it just made it look even better. So it's a good card. I would probably say the number 1 on my list, just looking at the attributes, and of course everybody's gameplay experience is going to be a little bit different, you know, based on your scheme and how you play and whatnot. But I had him at the top playing like a high safety. I think I need to move him down rather than letting the computer or AI control him. I just have to kind of take it into my own hands and do what I do with that card at 6'7". Drew Bledsoe's another one that I got a lot of questions about, and that's the main reason why he's on this list. Again, I still say rock out with Aaron Rodgers over this card, but Drew Bledsoe with 87 speed is actually pretty cracked, and though he doesn't have Slinger 1 release, he does have a solid release. It's not the best in the game, but his Team of the Week card I used for a very long time on my main team and no money spent, and he got the job done. The biggest problem here right now is the abilities for him. He doesn't get set feet lead for a discount. It's actually 4 AP, which is extremely expensive to me. Now, he does get some other really good abilities cheap. He gets Gunslinger for 0 AP, but we talked about Gunslinger being, nerfed this year. Fearless for 1 AP, Hot Route Master for 1 AP. Really good abilities for cheap. It's just the set feet lead is the one that's really hurting, and the reason why I'm not going to pick up this card. But 87 speed, 96 throw power, short throw 97, mid 92, deep 93, throw under pressure 95. Attributes good, abilities good, good release. It's just, for me personally, set feet lead is going to keep me away from using this card. And then finally, we have Warren Sapp. Defensive tackles need love too. And I really like this card for a couple reasons. Number one, Warren Sapp cards just always seem to play very well, regardless of what promo it comes from, what overall it is. He just always makes an impact on the field. He's not the fastest defensive tackle out there, but 87 speed is good. 97 block shed, 94 power move, 90 finesse move, all very good. 92 tackle, 94 strength, a little bit over 300 pounds. If he was bigger, it would be better, of course. But listen to the abilities here. I mean, he gets double or nothing for 1 AP, inside stuff for 1 AP, and the best of all is going to be under pressure for 0 AP. Definitely make sure you get that one equipped. That's going to force some bad throws from your opponent, and hopefully those can lead into turnovers and interceptions, which are the same thing, obviously. But hopefully you can force some turnovers with this card and get some QB pressure and stop the run with that inside stuff. And that's it. Those are the best cards, in my opinion, from the Ghost promo. If you picked up any, or if I left any off the list that you think should have been on there, let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.